Recent meme culture has a weird preoccupation with muscle men. Muscle men tend to appear in contexts that suggest they're perfected and aspirational versions of men, and hence of people, because it's done from a male supremacist outlook. It's implied that the most muscular and dominant men are found most attractive by most heterosexual women, and this is what gives them value. Placing such emphasis on the opinions of women seems really feminist, but actually the people who are most attracted to thinking that muscular men are attractive are ostensibly heterosexual men. So there's the GigaChad, an image edit by a woman that shows an exaggeratedly muscular dude with one of those dodgy beards, you see. GigaChad memes specifically suggest that he is the paragon of humanity. It's a eugenic kind of thing. The name GigaChad is a superlative of Chad, an existing male and muscular character type who's also suggested to be inherently superior to other people. This one's intended as silly, but it still carries that message, and a lot of meme boys just aren't that smart. There's a Nordic guy who says yes, who's characterized as superior and stoic, and has a very traditionally white wife he beats up. This guy is called Nordic because he originated as a racial caricature to contrast with Mediterranean, and then some much worse caricatures in memes that compare different approaches to white supremacy. The one closest to the Aryan ideal is the one that's caught on, because, Nordic yes guy can be associated with the real nasty politics he's used to bewitch people into, but he's more generally associated with his proud individualism by each of the tens of thousands of fuckwit dupes who think they're him. There's a Shiba dog who's humanoid and hench and whatever, and it's better than the other dog because it's a really awkward shape for a dog and would struggle throughout life. There's an exaggerated version of Patrick Bateman, a character written as a satire of straight men who like capitalism and working out. This one is the most likely to incorporate adequate irony, but that only makes it a bit less tedious. There's a very silly brain equivalent in that Galaxy Brain meme, and those horrible wrinkly drawings that have the often sardonic subtext that brain size correlates strongly with intelligence, so cartoonishly massive brains are superior. The irony seems more accessible in these ones because it's not tuning into a real culture like the muscle thing. Nobody's aspiring to get in this shape. Back to muscle hegemony, there's a notorious forum where they encourage each other to be all strong and stuff that's provided 2 decades of classic internet conversations from awful guys. Skipping leg day is actually a good idea because skipping exercises your legs. There's muscle dudes who answer a boy on computers offering wholesome and sensitive advice, calling him a king like he's ruling a kingdom. This version can be seen to toy with the stereotype type that incredibly muscular guys are unlikely to be intellectual or emotionally intelligent. But it's still communicating that these are the best guys. There are influencers who encourage hypermusculation, because you should totally ruin your life trying to become unable to fit through doors. Think what you could do with all that mass. You never know who you might need to be violent to. This happened loads before the internet too. There was the whole Schwarzenegger phenomenon, strongman politicians, Nazi supermen, pop culture superheroes. We seem quite predisposed toward the idea that the most muscular men are the best at something. And yeah, they are. They're the best at being muscular men. I'm focusing on the internet because I'm publishing this on the internet. I'm from the internet, and it seems a place where we have the chance to approach this stuff with more self-awareness and depth of understanding. I'll have missed loads of examples of recognizable muscle meme formats because I don't want to browse Know Your Meme, and it's very likely that more will arise in future because people are still going to think this way, and there'll always be douchey meme bros. But I think I've uncovered the biggest meme about men's value being linked to muscles. It's this one, the socially contagious dysmorphic disorder in which men obsessively try to maximize their musculature, testosterone level, and perceived status among men because they believe in a social hierarchy where their worth is linked to these aspects and they need to be the best, or else they'll be miserable. Like they definitely are. Okay, I found the world's most prevalent muscle meme. Do I win atrophy? Yeah, it's a men thing. Female hierarchy doesn't get portrayed the same way because people don't tend to think of women as their potential superiors. That's why they've come up with Tradwife as his kind of female complement, the most submissive and fertile dependent. Several of these memes have easily demonstrable links to far-right politics, but me saying that doesn't really help because the people already know that, and that's why they do it. And they'll pretend not to have the views they're propagating, claiming irony without even a hint of wit, and then, yeah, a lot of people are quite self-unaware. Moderate exercise has been shown to improve life satisfaction. Obsessive exercise has been shown to be fucking weird. We do need hyper-strong men among our population for moving furniture and shot put and for men to find attractive and have sex with so men don't die out. But we also need people who don't share this body obsession, people who don't take up so much space, people who can reach that bit behind the sink, maybe even people of other genders, quadrupedal shebas, and perhaps some people who understand and confront dysmorphia. Muscle meme culture, it's just worth noticing what's happening. When we communicate, we're communicating so many things across different layers of meaning and influence. I think it's cool to be aware of that kind of stuff, but I would.